Hi, Mr. Robinson. I am Susta Stressed here, and I am just gathered some reports that I have conducted with one of my client in her interview, and she was just interested in gaining some knowledge about the business structures, and she was quite confused for which business structure she needs to adopt for her business. I described her about the firstly about the sole trader. The sole trader is the company where she would be only the owner of the company, and the risk and the benefit would be only associated with her. Therefore, I also described her about other two business structure, that is partnership and proprietor company. However, she told me that she have a limited amount of fund, and also she wants to get help for financing from among one of her friend. And however, her friend, she said that her friend seems to be busy and she would not be able to provide her full time over the business over the firm. So she only wants to invest in she only wants a business to where she would invest. Therefore, she asked me that what business structure she would adopt for setting up the business. But after telling about the sole trader, there would be only two business structure left, that is proprietor company and the partnership company. Then I in depth describe her about the proprietor and the partnership company, their types, their administrative cost, their administrative burden, and their registration process. By gaining the information about the proprietor company, their administrative cost, and their registration process, my client told that she said that the proprietor's company process seems to be quite confused, and it needs a high expensive budget over the business to be set it up. So she asked me further information about the partnership firm. Then I pointed out the partnership firm with her friend. So her friends being a limited partner and her being a general partner. I told her that her friend being a limited partner can be an invisible partner of the firm. That means she can invest only a limited amount of capital in the business, and she would be a invisible partners in the firm where she doesn't need to be operate in whole working day and day activity of the business. Therefore, I told she again asked me the question about what type of general duties and rights that her friend as being a limited partner can adopt in the business, in the partnership business. I also clarify her question by providing some information on the on the legal duties and the right of being a limited partner. Her friend as being a limited partner, she would be able to enjoy the right that she would be able to overlook the information about the books and the records or the transaction of the overall business, as she is the party owner of the business, as well as she would be able to have the priority of withdrawal from the business if she doesn't want to be in the business. That means that means it has to be in a partnership agreement whether or not she would be she can come out from the business or not, or there should be a provision with a notice for a 6 month to get withdraw from the business. However, she would also get a legal rights that can be enjoyed, like legal right to have a limited liability. The her friend can invest a limited liability where only the amount of capital she invest in the firm would be the risk of matter for her. And also, if her friend wants to be a if her friend wants to be a wants to run a overall business firm, then she would lose the limited liability status. However, after providing all those information, I also told my client as she would be a general partner, she would be able to gain the flowing benefits from the partnership firm. That as being a general partner, she would be able to have overall management of the company of the business firm, as well as she would be able to she would be able to have the overall control of the business, and also have the control over the limited liability of the limited partners, and have the financial dealing with the other business firms, as well as she would be able to have unlimited liability benefit in the business. With giving this all information, my client seems to be quite impressed about the advices I provided to her, and also I helped her to overlook towards the various websites if she wants to gain much more information about these topics. And also she would further contact me if she wants to get much more information. Now, with all this interview with my client, I am pretty much satisfied with my interview with her. And further waiting for her further waiting for her contact to me mm, mm, contact to me. But I find myself like little bit lacking in some kind of information providing to her, that like I would have been more better if I would be able to provide her handful information and or have to get presentful information to her. But however, I will be upgrading myself for my further interview, so that it would be better. Thank you, Mr. Robinson, for your time.